So, hello everyone. I'm going to correct exercise 5 and 6 of the CPI. So let's start exercise 5. You have saved an amount of money at the bank. The interest rate was 4.5%, while the inflation rate was 10% during the same period. Compute percentage change of purchasing power of your savings, which is new for you now, during the period you have invested your money. So the purchasing power of your savings. Don't worry, it's really easy. So if we have no figures, you are going to invent them. So you will start with an index of nominal of remember we started with index of nominal revenue, index of nominal income, so we can say index of nominal savings. In other words, the nominal of your savings you have in a banking account, it's the nominal index of savings. And you don't have figures, so you just invent them and you start always with 100. And if you have an interest rate of 4.5%, just add plus 4.5%, and the new index of nominal savings is 104.5. During the same period, we face an increase. The inflation rate was 10%. So you start with 100 and you add 10% of inflation. So the new CPI would be 110. And the question is to calculate the percentage change of the purchasing power, and always calculate the real value. When you hear or read purchasing power, it's the real value. So you are going to calculate index of real savings. Remember, in the previous exercises, we have the index of nominal income, so index of real income, and just replace it with your savings. So you have to calculate your index of real savings, and the first period is always equal to 100, and you are going to calculate this number there. So remember, index of real income, or index of real savings. In that case, it's the index of nominal savings over CPI times 100. Always the same formula. Real is nominal over CPI times 100. So you replace with index of nominal savings 104.5 over 110 times 100, and you will find 95. So your index of real savings is equal to 95. And the question is, please calculate the percentage change of your real savings. Arrival minus departure over departure times 100 is equal to minus 5%, and you can also see there it's minus 5%. So this exercise was quite easy. Number 6 is different. Number 6, you have this table with 4 different years, 1, 2, 3, 4, a nominal income, which is increasing, and you get information about the CPI 100, unknown, 140, 155. First question is compute the percentage change of the purchasing power of income from year 3 to year 4. This is a traditional question. purchasing power, guys, is to calculate the real income. So real income is nominal income over CPI times 100. So let's calculate the real income of your 3. So nominal income of your 366,000 over the CPI. So 66 over CPI, 140 times 100. And you will find a real income approaching 47,142.85 Swiss francs. And you calculate the real income of your 4. Always the same formula, nominal income, 74,000 over 155. So this over this times 100. And the real income is now equal to 47,741.05. And the question is, what is the percentage change? So, percentage change, arrival, 47,740.05 over departure, 47,142.85. Sorry, arrivée, so arrival, 47 minus departure, 4,742.85 over this one times 100. Always the same formula, and you will find 1.72%. So you have a small increase of your purchasing power, a small increase by 1.3%, which is quite good. So you have an increase of your real salary. That was question A. Question B is compute the percentage change of the purchasing power. No, not of income, but not now. It's about money, the purchasing power of money. When you read that, it's always the IPPM during the same period. So you will use the formula IPPM, index of purchasing power of money, is equal to 100 over CPI times 100. Remember this formula, you get this formula, and this one is also formula. So use this one, purchasing power of money. So you will compute the IPPM of your 300 over the CPI of your 340 times 100 is equal to 71.4, and the IPPM of your 4 is 100 over 150 times 100 is equal to 64.5, I guess, yeah. And you will just calculate percentage change, arrival minus departure over departure times 100. Believe me, it's minus 9.7%. So the purchasing power of your money is decreasing. Just let me check. 9 minutes. Oh, I will continue. Point C, the question is, knowing that the purchasing power of money has decreased by 20% from year 2 to year 3, compute the CPI for year 2. So for this, you will need to start with the IPPM. We have just calculate year 3 is equal to 71.4. That's the starting point. And you will find the question is to calculate the IPPM of year 2. So rule of 3, 71.4 is equal to 80%, because you you face a decrease of the purchasing power by 20%, and you will find the value of year 2 when it was equal to 100%. So rule of 3, x is equal to 89.25. That's the IPPM of year 2, but it's not finished. The question is to compute the CPI. So the CPI, question mark. So you will use the formula there. This one, IPPM is equal to 100 over CPI times 100. And you will replace with what you know. So the IPPM, so I will write IPPM is equal to 100 over CPI times 100. So the CPI is there. 89.25 is equal to 100 over CPI, question mark, times 100. And you shake it, and you will find CPI is equal to 112.05. And last question, question D. It's a bit long, but don't worry. X is a commodity which price has changed exactly as the CPI. On year 3, we could buy with a certain amount of money 12 units of X. How many units could one buy with the same amount of money on year 2? So you will start with information. On year 3, you can buy 10 units of this good X. And for this period, the IPPM was this one, 71.4. So year 3, you will, so 12, rule of 3, 12 units represent the IPPM of this value, and you will calculate the number of units you will buy with the IPPM of year 2. So X is equal to rule of 3, okay, and you will find 15 units. Okay, that was the end of the correction exercise 5 and 6. Good luck.